It was too easy.
Hi, Grimith.
Before we were like light cruiser.
Hello.
Hello.
So on Twitch TV right now, there's a channel where the people in the chat are controlling the input on a Pokemon game. And it's hilarious because there's 23,000 people watching. And you can like write A or B in the chat and it's actually going to press A or B in the game. And it's going absolutely nowhere.
What is it, like majority vote? Or
No, it's whatever order is in the chat. I think you might get picked randomly at this point because there's so many people. But it's just someone presses down and someone says A and B and it's a giant mess and it's amazing.
So he just walks around in a square constantly.
Well, it's somewhat progressing in a way. I mean, it has 2 days, 20 hours playtime right now, and the guy has 3 badges. So that's progress.
So he just lets them do that? Like,
yeah.
No one actually
or is it just automated completely? Like, not even
yeah, it's an automated channel.
Oh.
Like, no one there, everyone's just going up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
He laughs just seeing the money sort of roll in.
Well, I don't think it's... Oh, it is partnered with Twitch. Yeah, I guess he's getting...
That is actually a pretty damn good idea.
Well, to be honest, it's a really interesting idea.
23,000 viewers just glued to a damn stream watching random commands being input.
Yeah.
For 2 days.
And you do nothing. Except, I mean, you can even have your own channel next to it.
You can run another channel while that's running.
This is bigger than League of Legends. This is bigger than Speed Demo Archives, like awesome games done quick.
And it's just
automated.
Pokemon played by a Twitch chat, which is quite possibly the worst idea to do ever.
It's not the worst idea.
Now, if he was really smart, when this thing gets big and gets a lot of subscribers, he does the... like, oh yes, you can only write in chat if you're a subscriber. And then, like, they all pay millions.
What is the feeling? It's like $4.99 US each to just like put in random commands.
They have to walk up that thing with like one. They're never gonna get out of there.
What version of Pokemon is it? I'm curious.
It's Red, I believe. Like Pokemon Red, the very first one. Yeah, for $5 you could either buy the game or you could play it cooperatively with 23,000 people at the same time. Sure.
This game, I don't even know if you can buy it.
Cooperative Pokemon.
Oh, they're just captured in there.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if this constitutes cooperative anymore.
It might be competitive. Like whose command will go for it?
They're like they have to get it just right.
When there's a will and 23,000 viewers, there's a way. Given enough permutations.
Yeah, this is like the million monkeys on typewriters.
Eventually they'll get it right.
Except you just get a really long text of upright, and then some people just random stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. But if this game is ever beaten, this is I'm not sure.
But look at it,
it would be an amazing achievement for humankind.
Nothing. They're not even talking to that guy. Oh.
Well, they did manage to somehow beat 3 gym leaders, and that's quite a complicated progress.
This seems to be the most difficult. Walking around.
Yeah.
Because look at that.
So, like, how many squares do we have to cover to get to the next town? Oh god.
Just imagine, like, when they have to get into that cave that's completely black, and someone gets them in there, they'll never get out.
Well, at this point, it's pretty much people who actually want this game to go somewhere versus the trolls who input exactly the opposite commands that you need right now.
Yeah. Well, actually, no one's not very many people doing left right now.
Well, there's people doing down, which is not helping anyone.
You also have to think that the Twitch stream will be delayed to some extent from what the chat input will be. Which makes things even better because the people who want it to go somewhere can't put in the commands at the right point because they don't have the proper lag delay timer. The same as
they're just scrolling through the menu.
good pre-game chat, everyone.
This guy was like, let's try.
mesmerizing.
Oh, they did that. Oh, and now someone will make them jump down again.
Just saying, I like how some people going like power, for example, trying to shut the DS off.
It's like fucking German just bringing in like his crazy like Twitch plays Pokemon thing in here.
Now I derailed everything.
That's right. Valuable things could be discussed, but no.
Instead, we're discussing Pokemon.
Valuable things like the 1,000 ways that we can die in the Fungal Jungle. That's certainly something that can be
something
discussed.
you folks should have warned me of was the lethality of Fire Mountain games. This was something that should have been discussed with me in the month before our first session.
Yes,
well, I think we did talk a little bit about Waves the Wicked, and the first levels were just brutal.
Like Manikai should have just sat me down and said, Grimith, Fire Mountain games will fucking kick our asses here. I'll be like, okay. You're like, no,
they will
really.
Later. They will toughen up really at the beginning, and then you will make a character that is so powerful, and then later in the game you'll just stand around a stairway killing everything.
One-shotting the Silver Dragon.
It's a very anticlimactic fight.
But yeah, in Way of the Wicked, level 1 was just brutal. I'm still not sure how we survived that in the first place. To be fair,
nice.
Jonas's character did
That's how
die,
you did it.
technically.
You would have.
Yeah, so
I can tell you that the damage I gave you from that fall from the cliffs, it's not the real damage.
Yeah, I figured
like
as
5d8 or something like that.
So
and then you had
yeah,
to, do 3 swim checks in a row. And you would all have died there.
Probably.
That was not fun, right? Ending a campaign in the first session.
But level 3, 4, 5 things weren't so bad anymore. Well, and then the Haviland fight that we just...
viewers have been like, oh my god, you guys did really well. My team just died, wiped at that Brandon store.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and
that's
that
what you have to
Haviland
do in
fight.
the game. Keep the game going.
We really should have died at that Haviland fight.
Oh god, the trolls.
Well, you did make sure that everything was against you, right?
Yeah, we kind of did.
If you act in that way, the game's going to go in that way. Like, I'm nice usually for the first couple of levels because it's really easy to get one shot at. There's not really a way to get back. But now you guys, like, if you do stupid shit, like, oh yeah, let's kill the demon prince, then it's your own fault.
Oh yeah.
Not demon prince, Damon Prince. Get it right.
Yeah, Damon Prince.
Really, how is that not a good idea?
I know, right?
Proof.
let's break our infernal contract and run off.
I mean, we did one shot a dragon. I'm sure a demon prince can't be much.
You didn't really one shot. You one rounded. Like
that's the same thing, really.
Get its turn. No, it's not the same thing.
It is.
I beg to differ. If you say, I can one shot a dragon, that is like.
I can.
That's different to saying my team can one round a dragon.
But I can one shot a dragon. I just didn't get a chance to prove it.
Well, like you one shot
sure.
This sounds like the other stupid shit you and DDS have thrown at me. And
What are you talking about? Never.
Of course, cavemen in the Paleolithic area had cake. They had birthdays, so they had to have had cake. Of course, forensic archaeologists wouldn't have found cake. They ate it all.
It's a flawless argument.
Yeah. Can't prove it isn't true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't prove that it is true.
Now, that's not... You're the one saying it isn't true. That's the proof right there. You postulate that it isn't true that they had cake.
Yeah, it's true until proven otherwise. That's how it works.
Have to... Sheep's a scientist, he knows.
Yeah,
By
I know
what natural laws has this been mandated?
It's a theory of mine, and until you can disprove my theory, I'm going to consider it a fact. There we go.
Oh, the Germans
That's how science works.
You go get in your fucking Volkswagen and just drive on your Autobahn now, alright?
Good pre-game talk. Yes.
We did a good job.
So exploration, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Into the fungal jungle.
Yeah. This thing that is like the size of a country we're delving into.
You know why I'm apprehensive now that if you know about Fire Mountain Games and the lethality of the game? That forest, if we meet something and Jonas like, you have a bad feeling about it, like, yes, leave, go away. Like that mountain thing, like, he says, oh yeah, there's little worms coming out of it, very interesting. Like, yeah, no, we should not go there. Usually you'd think you should go there if the DM's is like, oh yes, a very interesting place. But no, that means no. Jonas, it means don't. It means leave. That's just a normal field. That we can go.
I have definitely become more sensitive, especially as I've warmed up again as a player, to context clues, things the DM tells me. And then later on I can check the video again just to make sure, yeah, he said that. Okay.
Yeah, during the downtime I actually made sure that I could get like more information and had my character talk to these spiders again. And the things they told me are not nice. I'm as a player, I'm looking forward to what we are going to find, but on the other hand, that's...
Really, the information provided to you by monstrous spiders.
Yeah, it's not
which chitter incessantly about devouring people. That wasn't heartfelt, heartwarming information.
Yeah, I was like hoping for, the spiders are going to go like, it's not actually that bad. It's just stories. It's actually really peaceful and yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot of that research stuff. My downtime was very productive.
I see. Oh yeah,
so
that
now there's
video
no
of
more
yours.
ale in all the festival.
That too, I guess.
Pop crawl.
My
skill pointed to.
And unfortunately, I don't think there was enough resources around Manikai for my character to just go on a massive festival pub crawl. Crack, barrels of some sort of mushroom ale. Do incredible feats of acrobatics and tumbling to entertain the people. Cheese, apricots, apples, cherries, walnuts.
Just not believing her eyes.
Massive feast, all the gnomes are won over. Yeah!
Being the entertainment monkey of gnomes, what is going on here? That's not drow behavior. Should be ready to testify using Zone of Truth on myself. Let me tell you, drow brothers, I have seen.
Casting Zone of Truth on yourself. Oh, that sounds that's a familiar one. Oh.
Now I can't lie. So
let me tell you the story about the wall of frozen ale, just beyond the chasm.
By the way, are we taking Ivy with us? For whatever reason? Okay.
I suppose yes.
Jonas asked me about that yesterday just to make sure, and I believe the answer I gave him was, she's the boots to my Dora, so she has to come.
That's an interesting comparison.
I know, very romantic. Besides,
speaking of Dora, I actually bought a map maker's kit.
I bought a riding lizard.
I
don't have to walk.
Did Jonas give you any more information about it?
I talked to him about it.
All right.
And, he did say it has 60 feet action.
Oh, that's good.
That's something. The giant gecko.
I didn't even consider buying a mount.
I couldn't get a military trained one though.
I was about to say, the very fact that you could
he said the supply of these things were very low. So
I would say the very fact that you could find one in Festival
didn't really
get
a choice in that.
For a community of previously 400, 500 deep gnomes, this has really had a lot of wealth.
You gotta anticipate. Yeah, I mean the 1,000 trade thing. I mean they're wealthy gnomes. The marble must really be a good resource, I suppose. I never say that. I think about Sif.
I asked Jonas about that more, and yeah, apparently this marble has this great sheen to it, and it's extra malleable, so that it can be crafted into more awesome things than standard marble could. It has this beautiful luster about it, which makes it more desirable than other marble.
Still looking at this stream.
I know, it looks like a MacGuffin.
I want to give money to them. I probably am not, since,
Like, well, that's good, though. Ellie has her own riding lizard, and Trislin can bother her every single minute of every single day about it. I want to ride the lizard.
This riding lizard is a really, really grumpy riding lizard. Like, it just wants to devour everything, and she sort of has to kick it all the time to make it not do that.
Okay.
He's really mean.
So you totally took...
Antisocial.
You totally spared some of your immense pool of skill points into ride to help you tame that beast, right, Manikai?
No, I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna use both hands to hold onto it, which means that I won't have to do a ride check to just ride.
That's right.
Speaking of skill points, all my skill points.
And if I have to I bought the military saddle version so that I get a +2
bonus.
That's enough to make up for. I really don't have any armor check penalty anymore.
So what's its climb speed? 20, 40 feet?
It's 40.
40. All right.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Same as Time's Eidolon. She took climb.
And it can climb on ceilings and everything. So that saddle is like strapped on.
How much was that lizard?
It was like some 300, and then like
300 gold.
50 for the saddle.
50 for the saddle.
So it's not cheap lizard, but probably sold it because it was really grumpy. Biting all the other lizards.
SMW, now is not the time to be making such crazy decisions for your character.
Yeah, probably. I'll probably just wait until level 4 for whatever mount.
Like we've had a week in real life and 3 days in the game, and SMW's
But we have 30 more minutes. A lot can be done in 30 minutes.
That is true.
I'm not going to do anything in 30 minutes.
The thing would be actually set up a little earlier so I could update my character.
I've already updated mine.
I did not save her token when we last stopped.
Tut. For shame.
I need to get some food really quick.
For shame.
I didn't really get that much though. Like a couple, 5 more skill ranks, 5 more hit points, a spell.
No, none of those things matter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my light load is 116 pound. My current load is 115.9 pound.
Wow.
I'm not sure how I managed that.
How do you get to 0.9?
I'm not sure.
Just enough ammunition?
Let's see.
There are items which, measure weight in the tenths.
Yeah, ammunition mostly.
I mean, I can't... Oh yeah, I've got a whole ton of string for setting traps and stuff, which weighs half a pound. Which is what I found interesting.
Got my long spear and the mithril chain shirt. That already weighs a lot.
Chain shirt!
But now I can make the lizard carry some of it.
That's right, and it's very convenient lizard saddlebags.
Yeah, that I bought for it. The giant version actually has decent strength. I think it has 19 strength.
Well, it should have decent strength. Yeah. That it has an increased carrying capacity for being a large creature. So.
And a quadruped.
A lot of stuff. The saddlebags only have 40 volume though.
So you just have to hope that the damn thing doesn't get killed.
Yeah, that would be sad. But then again.
40 volume, well, the normal backpacks, they only have 2 cubic feet, which is 130 pounds. So I'm pretty sure your saddlebags are rather expansive.
All that magic speak right at me. Let's use some centimeters and meters and.
I know. I say 2 cubic feet. You're like, what?
Yeah. All right. Good feet. All right. It's fine. My foot is like a square.
I say 100.
I stick 2 of them in a backpack to see how much you know.
I said 130 pounds, and even then you're like, I could pull out a converter, but
Yeah.
Listen, this game measures distance and weight in feet and pounds. Maybe you're the one who needs to.
But I began playing 3.5 before I knew that there was such a thing. So the pound became just this magical thing that
It's just like a
didn't really have
fantasy medieval
I
reference.
did not know that. Yeah, like I didn't know that there was sort of the sort of. Yeah. At first, I thought it was
didn't know
bullshit
that
system
LB
they just
meant-
made up
I
to.
know.
Yeah, I didn't know that
quantify
LB meant
some
pound
way.
for the longest time.
See,
Yeah.
pounds and feet and gallons and
Who knows?
quarts.
Like, I knew feet was a thing from the old D times, but I mean, we
I
never
still
used
don't
that
know
here.
how much
Like,
a feet is. Or a foot.
foot.
rather.
A foot is a foot.
Well, a foot is 12 inches, and 1 inch, I
I-
think, is like 2.54 centimeters.
Something like that. I usually just think 3 in my head.
Why can't you people just think
You
in
people.
base 10?
And Gryphongod, you were correct. 2.54.
There we go. I remember some of my conversion charts from physics and calculus. That's good. Not calculus, but physics. So yes, exploring. Dora the Explorer, all the way through this small country, which is this massive, verdant forest of mushrooms and bat guano. Basically, like, from how it was, explained to me. I mean, obviously, since all the mushrooms, I asked Jonas for more information. There's a lot of it that's not known, but there are like heaping tons of bat guano in this fucking massive cavern that is the fungal jungle.
That's probably what feeds all the mushrooms.
Yes.
And then the mushroom feed all the giant insects that the giant bats then eat.
There you go. You've got your.
Well, they're
ecosystem.
giant. There's, of course, there are giant bats in there.
It's a vast climate unto itself, which kind of makes sense given the fact that it's as big as what I think Jonas
Hampshire?
said, like New Hampshire, yeah, which is a state unto itself, not one of the largest states here in the United States, but certainly vast.
I think the thing I'm most worried about is that purple mist thing that Jonas mentioned.
Oh yeah,
we're
it's
probably
lots
going to be
of
bothered with that at some
lots
point.
of psychotropic and hallucinogenic weather. It's gonna be fun.
Hmm.
It's probably gonna
Let's
involve.
guess.
It's probably gonna involve fortitude saves or will saves.
Though by talking to the spiders, I actually got a +2 bonus to detect the mist from Jonas. Hooray!
Yay!
Whatever that means, but I'm sure it's good.
I think
That's
there's
good.
mist here.
I will end up working with Jonas
You're
trying to get the
active.
military for the town. So.
Right. So it's about the size of like half of Denmark.
How sobering is that for you?
That's actually no. That's a decent size. I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, I thought it was bigger as well.
Yeah, so did I. So did I.
And sort of how I looked at it. But yeah, that's actually not that big, honestly.
Well, how long would it take for you to walk from one end of Denmark to the other?
Oh, that would take quite some time.
If
and
the
I'd need a
entire
boat.
thing were covered in difficult terrain.
That would take a long time.
Yeah,
That would.
yeah. I did think of it in the sense of how long would it take me to cross that distance. From my own comparison, it's like, yeah, no.
Well, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
I mean,
Yeah,
if this,
characters.
We're gonna return to festivals, and there are gonna be dwarves on the goddamn wall.
if the Skisrol really do live relatively close to the northern entrance, and we're going through the southern entrance,
I
We're gonna have a fun
suggest
time.
that we should, but then again, that road is like all covered in enemies. So
I mean, there's no like guaranteeing that they're enemies. They might not know the whole scoop about us. We might be able to parlay and bypass them, but I think it's a risk I would rather not take.
they've probably been told that if we go there, we should be killed. So we're probably gonna go in there and then be ambushed.
Yeah, I would rather not take the
Right.
risk.
Because she doesn't really want us alive. That seems obvious.
But I imagine not everyone was trusted with such information pertaining
No.
to us, so they might not know who we are.
No, but I think like the actual guards in that dark
Yeah.
road. I don't think she puts the stupid people in there.
Uh,
We got all them.
I think she only has so many people to work with. Vothis
Yeah,
isn't
but
that big.
that's one of the places you would prioritize, right?
Well, maybe she keeps
Like
the
who's
smart
gonna go
people
through the
in
fungal
Vothis.
jungle, right? And
I know. Who's gonna go?
And again, who's going to go for the dark road? So we're going to go the southern entrance. And I guess we'll then be in like Mushroom People Land. Will we then do you even think we'll go south around the lake to go up on the Skisral side of it? Or do we rather just sort of start by exploring a bunch of squares down there? In the southern part. We might as well have a plan now. No? All right.
I was in the kitchen, so I couldn't really respond.
Well, what do you think?
I think that it doesn't really matter either way.
So we have
But
a
since
goal
we,
being here.
exploring is certainly a goal, I guess. But it doesn't matter if we move along the east or the west side of the lake.
It might.
Since we don't really have, of course
we
it
know
will.
who rules each of them.
Had to step
White
away
spider
though,
on one
back-to-back
side.
phone calls.
White spider on one side and the whatever, like Zen.
The Zan, yeah, they're on the western bank, I think. Jonas said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, if we want to go north, we'll have to pick one.
The Zan are
Western will
quite
be
an
faster.
unknown factor still, aren't they?
Yeah, well, like we don't know anything about them.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I know some stuff about them.
I don't. So, like, considering what I know, I would almost say it's safer to go around south and then go north.
Yeah, probably.
Skisral, because at least with them we know that the white spider is kind of a coward, or at least very protective.
I was going to say, all of the information we've gotten are from two individuals who are apparently outcasts from Skisral society.
Yeah. Because they broke the rules. Well, of course, if we can trust them in any way. They're just completely lying to us to feed the queen.
Yeah, I merely throw that out there, that their word might not be the most objective. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Objective.
No.
So all in all, we really don't have anything we can rely on.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
So just move about, not going anywhere particular.
I'm definitely okay with having the directive of heading for the Skisral. I don't think it matters which direction we go. I would like to stop by the Zan and say hello. I figure the Zan will not be as accepting of our intrusion as the Skisral are. There has been, over the centuries, some hunting of some various alchemical reagents, and because the Zan are basically giant mushroom people, they tend to be grouped in alongside that.
No, they are reagents.
Some would interpret them that way, yes. So, they might be a little upset about that, attitude carried over the centuries.
It's like the worst job. Go to the fungal jungle and get me mushrooms.
I think extracting anything that isn't in any way hostile to us in the fungal jungle is going to be very hard.
The additional thing is that whereas, we in real life are alien to the Azathyr, our characters are completely comfortable with it, but both us and our characters are completely alien to this crazy forest of mushrooms that is so live with magical energy.
And the biggest cave we've probably ever seen. I don't know about that. It's just how big is the one with what's the city called? Like something? Teresia.
Teresia. I don't know exactly how big
if
that is
it's like
either.
in a big cave, or if it's just like.
I don't know exactly how big that is either, but I think it's
freaking huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh.
So something that we could at least look out for is things that we could, in one way or another, use back in Festival.
Of course.
If we find like a herd of cave aurochs or something, it might be worth bringing them back so we can like.
I don't think they can climb though.
I don't think we'd be able to carry back an entire herd with us, but it would be something to earmark on the map for later, like a resource or something for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps get like a breeding stock or something, so that we have more resources back in festival.
Jonas doesn't know exactly how the Book 2 rules are going to work for like kingdom making and building and shit, because, of course, a Book 2 hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
Because it's constantly been pushed back. As such, when I've asked him a lot of stuff, he's like, honestly, I don't know Grimith. He just kind of offers a shrug. He doesn't know a whole lot about Terissia or other sorts of things.
Yeah.
And it has to be hand-waved away. In this case, I'm perfectly fine with, Jonas is all like, try to put the pinpoint of pressure, like, things are always happening. Well, we have centuries to enact our plans, so, we can scour through the jungle. I don't have a problem with going through ruins and maybe finding interesting shit, both to make people like us so that we can get them to do what we want, and to find powerful items. There are ruins in there, whether it's maybe settlements from gnomes in the past, or settlements from people we've never even heard of.
Perhaps we'll just stumble upon Damahall or something.
I don't
There's a
think
little island in there.
I don't think
Damahall
Damahall was for the first book. Don't think Damahall was for the first book. Otherwise, the explorers would have a pretty easy time of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What would the explorers be doing? They probably have to go find some old map or something in the fungal jungle.
Maybe.
That sounds like something they would do.
I figure their sort of story goes, they save Fastervault from the Drow, and then they go into the fungal jungle, the party, and then they're gonna go attack Vathis.
Maybe.
So pretty much what we did, except replace Drow with dwarves.
And
Yes.
the dwarves will get the mushroom people, and we'll get the Skizro.
Maybe.
Can also be an assumption.
Yeah, Jonas did mention that in some way or something you could play the campaign with two parties. That
It was
somehow
something they
complete.
wanted to do, but as far as I've seen with Fire Mountain game, they usually make those sort of, they don't elaborate on them until the later
No.
books. Like in book 5 of Where the Wicked, there's like, oh yes, by the way, if you want to start this as a vampire campaign,
Okay.
we could have used that in the first book. But
Yeah, there's also
that's
archetypes in
something
book
like-
6.
like they have these things they add, and I think that's probably going to be like a thing. Yeah, they also said they would make like if you want to start this as kobolds. On the forums they said that. Then again, you haven't heard from them in a while, right?
I
don't know.
totally would have wanted to play a kobold.
I played a kobold necromancer before. That was fun.
Kobold campaign. Yeah,
Yes.
everyone
Evil
using
kobold.
like 2 weapons and the tail thing.
Yes, and the tail weapon.
3 attacks. Everyone be rogues. We hide, and then we just sneak attack everything to death. Then we meet like a.
Until it's like immune to sneak attack comes out.
Then we just keep hiding. Could you imagine that? The Kobold Overlords of Festival. I'm not sure that would go well.
I think
How
the
we
kobolds
rule
might
here?
I think the kobolds might just laugh at us when we arrive.
Like what? Like you're what?
An army of drow led by kobolds.
I don't know how they would do that. Because again, that's mute. We're not kobolds. We're drow. Evil elves. Ooh. So dangerous. Also, we did buy the wand, right?
The wand of Cure Light Wounds?
Yes, all we needed was Tina's support behind it. I didn't see anything from her in the group chat, of course, because she never communicates here.
How much was that for each
150 gold
person?
each.
150 each.
Don't think I've subtracted that yet. Now I have.
Neither have
There we
I.
go.
I made a note on the side ready to subtract it. So
There we go. It is subtracted.
Still have so much money left, but it's not enough for anything fancy, but it's too much to just have lying around.
I will
Annoying.
say that one sort of perk we have to fighting so many powerful NPCs, and one of my viewers pointed this out in the comments, was we've received a lot more treasure value than characters commensurate with our level normally receive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're hoarding it until you learn how to build magic items. And then we die on the way there.
Absolutely.
And then whoever killed us gets tons and tons of stuff.
Yeah, brigands
Tons of
arrive in
money.
the night and take our treasure.
No.
Oh look, this drow just happened to have 500 gold in their pocket.
I converted that shit into platinum pieces. You fool.
Why
Platinum this festival have. Let's just confiscate that too.
See, I don't know how much they have, but I know how much I have. Only 135 pieces of platinum.
We could have just pillaged the place. Take everything of value. It's ours now. It's mine. I'm gonna carry it in and bury it in the fungal jungle.
Just like
Treasure.
that +1 flaming bastard sword that Jonas put there for the express purpose of fucking with DDS. It was great. I loved it. I told him I loved it. I was like, yes, this is awesome.
He got a bunch of messages from
none
me.
of the items, though.
Within like half an hour after that, he got like
Yes.
so many messages from me. It was silly. They're not really annoyed, just kind of just like frustrated because I know for a
Merchant
fact he
saying
did
there's
get
like,
some messages
no,
from me.
you have to pay this much 1,000 gold, dear occupant.
He did bring an interesting situation to me, which was I could just arrest the shopkeeper.
I think you should.
Honestly, if he had like, oh yes, this is like the amulet of epic channeling. These are all the channeling feats. I'd be like, yeah. Actually, I think I'll just take that. Thanks for the gift, shopkeeper. Kill him.
I think there's a difference between the amulet of epic channeling that gives you all the channeling feats and just a +1 flaming bastard sword magic.
Yeah, that's true, but yeah.
The fact, magic items that give you feats are incredibly rare and expensive anyway. So, obviously, I would fully support you killing someone who had that kind of amulet if you could actually kill them.
Like, circlet of epic mind, whatever it's called, +4 to all mental attributes. I'd kill that guy.
And then the shopkeeper turns out to be Copper Dragon
I
for some reason.
paid that fool. Oh crap!
He cast Storm of Vengeance underground.
Storm of Vengeance. Meteor Swarm.
Yes, the ceiling collapses on you.
If you are a bad guy, you might as well wreck the place, right? But of course, we needed it. And when we get to the point where we don't need it, we probably don't have a need for wrecking it either. So, well, that would be a
Maybe we
resource.
just want to wreck things at that point.
What are you selling in your city? Oh, the people's stuff.
And rubble.
That's what we export. So lots of bone gnome, no bone charms.
DDS steals the sword after he arrests the guy and puts it on the market to sell, trade for other magic items.
Here, I have a very rare
Net
bastard.
profit.
That's right.
You go into someone's house and steal all his cutlery and then sell the house as well.
This sounds very familiar to some games currently on the market.
Wait 24 hours for the shopkeeper to get his money back.
I've totally never done that before. I'll be
No.
taking your bowls and your bread and your forks and
And you'll be taking this one magical dagger. Tomorrow I'll be back to sell all this crap back to you.
Now hurry off, get another stash of gold. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go find my
Take all
bedroll.
these bowls and all this paper, and I have an ink pen and I don't know, whatever.
A jug.
Just random crap. Didn't I sell you one?
cheese
Or
ring.
like, isn't this stuff mine? Oh yeah, actually, I don't want to sell you that part.
It's like, let me just open up my backpack and pull out all this wonderful cutlery like I'm a walking sort of...
And like, isn't that Mrs. Green's clothes? Oh no, it's gonna be your clothes.
perish the thought, yeah.
Anyway, it's Mr. Greens.
Just erase that stigma of thievery from your mind, yes. Quite, yes.
It's a good price. Oh. You're the man running around murdering everyone and emptying their houses completely for everything. And selling it to me. If they're worth like a... Well, that's the thing again. Like, we could just take all the merchants and just confiscate every single coin in this whole city. Right? That's the thing. You're like, oh, do you have money to buy this magical bastard sword from us? And he's like, yeah, I have money for that. All right, arrest him. Go keep the sword and kill the guy.
Maybe we could like find our own mint, make a bunch of money, and then use that to inflate some markets.
Money.
With all this money,
buy all the magic items, and then we completely destroy the prices.
We use knowledge, architecture, and engineering to convert the mithril printing press into a mint, which we then use to create hordes of marble coins, which we will then use to purchase everything we've ever wanted. Good job, Jonas.
It's going to be kind of tricky to get the market to accept marble coins, I feel.
How did it feel waking up today? Your bones creak any more than usual?
Oh, yes.
After your lonely Valentine's Day, I bet.
I wasn't lonely, I was
saving the students. I don't suppose you skipped work, did you?
No.
No, of course not.
I have ethics, maybe.
Somewhere.
I'm
sure you can tell that the Zacharias.
Zacharias does not have that many of those. That is not his primary concern.
Okay. Not on his list of priorities or really secondaries,
Exactly. It's like,
minorities.
Things I don't really care about. Part 1.
I like that phrase. It's a good phrase. Things I don't really
Part 1 of 763.
Yeah, it's a whole volume. It's like...
You have him you give him like craft books, and like he's like hand bound his own volume of things. He
Encyclopedia things I don't like.
There's like the fiendish face of Zacharias.
Encyclopedia Zacharias.
Dude. Just have like this completely like out of character like chibi picture of him giving a thumbs up on the cover.
Yay!
He's never actually done that, by the way.
Hooray! Genocide!
Have like reviews like off to the side, on the cover.
Yep. A compelling read, says Asmodeus, Prince of Hell.
Yes, Asmodeus himself. That's totally not an exception.
Yeah.
The Wizard. By Zacharias Wraith.
I did a lot of research on how Asmodeus is treated in the Pathfinder universe, and I'm pretty sure that's not his attitude.
Maybe there's a chibi version of Asmodeus out there too.
They call him grandfather.
A chibi version of Asmodeus?
Yeah. It's like fun and friendly.
Oh my god.
Now
that I have that in my head, I'm not sure I can remove that.
Chibi Asmodeus.
See, I was gonna be all focused and serious, and then...
Well, I've completely ruined it. Well, server's up.
There you go. Now you can update your token, Malachi.
Hooray.
No really useful low-level cleric spells.
Oh, and SMW wants to completely revamp his character, Jonas.
Oh yes, I changed everything again.
Yep.
I'm now actually a ranger cleric multiclass.
He also wanted a lizard, and he wanted a Pokemon, and he wanted...
This campaign is over.
Well, it might be if these encounters keep being this fucking hard.
So, can a female drow use Ironbeard?
Excuse me?
I mean, technically, yes. There's no restriction on it. But...
Grow a magical iron beard.
Would Elunari be seen with an iron beard?
That's what she asks Garrus to do. Give me an iron beard.
Garrus is like, what? No. Like it's just a record scratch moment. Like, what?
Is that a cleric spell in this game?
Yeah, iron beard. Very useful.
She is indeed now the Iron Maiden.
So it'd be rather interesting because you're using a spell made by dwarves.
Just to guess, I think that spell is meant for like dwarf clerics or something, and not drow clerics.
Well, no, the spell is made by dwarf clerics, so anyone can use it.
Garrus imported it into her portfolio. She saw that from Torah. He's like, better be a laugh.
This spell causes a brushy beard of stiff iron to erupt from the face of a willing target. Granting a +1 armor bonus to AC, and this bonus stacks with any armor worn by the creature.
AC? Wait.
The Iron Beard may also be used as a weapon equivalent to cold iron armor spikes.
I'm gonna say, Malachi, I think a drow with an iron beard is completely raping the lore and fiction. So
The Iron Beard makes it
can use
difficult
it.
to speak, so any spell casting with a verbal component has a 20% spell failure chance.
oh goodness gracious.
Can I get a wand
I wasn't
of
being
Iron Beard?
entirely serious either.
Wand of iron beard. That'll be a very specific spell in the stores. Like, what is this wand? Well, you see, you flick the wand. Iron beard made of iron. It's like, what? Yeah,
How
so
about
you make
changing these spells slightly? How about making it an iron mustache?
You can twirl it like, yeah.
Twirl it and use it like a spear.
Again, the problem, elves doesn't have a lot of facial hair.
Oh yes, I am the Messiah of Fastervold. I forgot.
Can she change her head hair? Iron.
Make
Is it
like the spell, like the whip thing, becomes
Yes.
prehensile and strikes.
Prehensile iron mustache.
Is it the
And a
tokens in Limbo you want us to update, or?
That is up to you. The tokens in Limbo are, statistically probably the same as the one you have in Festival, unless you have actually monkeyed around with them in Festival. I haven't.
I have, but there you go.
See,
You know yourself where you have your most up-to-date token.
I've updated on both maps.
See, I guess I could do that too. I'll update them on both maps. I handled mine, on my own server.
I did the same.
Good.
I didn't save my other token.
I might have like changed the save on this like 7 times, but I did it.
Well, Manikai, maybe you should do that in the future. I actually had a token of yours saved myself. I mean,
Wow.
So if I can do that, then you can do it, right? Come on.
I
It's
can,
gonna
yes.
be
I just didn't think of it.
Damn it! Listen, you're a veteran DM. You need to broaden your horizons and consider these things.
I usually have the map. I don't save tokens.
Preposterous.
Well,
What do you
what?
think I am? A player?
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. Also,
No.
I think Arthur Oathsworn can be removed from the map. I think his days are done.
His days are indeed done. Yes, we can move him.
Oh, that's almost sad.
Bad things may or may not have transpired to him.
How do I... What?
How you what?
How do I what? Yes.
I know this isn't your first language, but you need to work with me here.
How do I what? No, yes, my fortitude save is actually correct. Interesting. No, it's not. What?
I don't know if mine is. Find out.
Not being able to see like the bonuses on fortitude saves is annoying because I have to
Roll it, check what you rolled, and then see if you've got connect bonus.
I can change that, I assume.
You can.
See, you guys should be able to mouse over the numbers and see what your values are. I can do
that's
that
why
with
I
the stuff that I roll. I
Is
just can't
that-
do that with the stuff that anybody else rolls.
If you wanted to change it, Jonas, so it appeared when you scroll over someone, you go to edit campaign properties in there.
Yeah, but where in it is it? Because that's a huge wall of Pathfinder.
It is a huge wall. You are searching for... Let's have a look. You are searching...
I think I'm good.
All
So.
saves?
Yeah.
Is it all saves?
It might be all saves.
I have that already. It's owner visible and it is
Is it
GM,
GM?
view. Yeah, GM view and owner visible.
Yeah, so you've got it to GMs only
Oh, okay. Let's remove
by
that.
putting the hash in there.
Let's put
If you put
owner.
if you put it to owner only, yeah, then I mean, we'll be able to see it, but that's fine.
Oh,
But
let's,
you can see it as well because you're DM, but you're override.
Let's change my.
Let's fix this
change
first.
that.
Oh god,
Master.
did I completely destroy everything now?
Generally no.
Well, server kind of froze.
Did it?
We didn't see any
Yes.
Maybe the
Well-
only person the server froze for is you.
Yeah, because I am like altering deep level.
That's right.
No.
Deep thought quantum calculations happening right here.
Yep.
In that case, everyone quit fucking pressing buttons!
Exactly. Stop doing anything.
Zin, how dare you have 1 more HP than me?
I rolled max HP and
I rolled 9.
Or 10.
Oh, come on,
Five.
Matt. Don't crash. It was just a minor thing I did.
Almost has as much as the slave.
is up to flying start.
Why does Tristan have a wooden border?
Who
What?
knows?
Why, indeed.
Why what?
Your border of your character is wooden.
You don't even
This?
know what wood is.
No, it isn't.
It looks wooden.
Which map are you looking at?
Limbo.
So,
Oh, no, we
the
are
one
in-
on the upper Azathiris.
We're in
That's
the
interesting.
what's it called?
Inside
house.
the town.
Well, I
Which
could.
is interesting.
Oh. There we go, I think.
Well, I'll delete those tokens. I'm gonna use the one here.
Did I help?
I shouldn't have.
What's my
Anyone?
AC?
I see no change.
It's the wrong one.
Well, there might not be a change until a new sort of check is made, which would use the new properties instead of the old properties.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
Nope.
reloading them
Yeah,
first.
I don't think it really matters that much.
I'll take a look at it later.
Skills.
Things Jonas can study to break the framework.
Yes, quite.
That's quite nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's why it didn't actually update. Well, I'll do it later. I don't want to crash
You
the
just press OK and not update.
What is that? That's a riding gecko with a huge X.
I need to make it a new token.
I'm saying I see the image for it just fine. It's just
Yeah,
Where?
I need,
Yeah, I see the image. What a cute riding gecko.
but it needs to have a square border. It's a player token, right? The thing we do.
You know, it can be whatever you want, Malachi.
Yeah, but I'll
Has to be
try
stone
the
though.
picture.
Yeah. Thematically correct. Please.
Yes.
I have a mushroom border for my token.
Mushroom board.
Like alpacas before they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
That should be my skills.
Oh, alpacas.
I told Jake that he needs to celebrate today because he's legal. Woo, legal.
Yeah, I hope it does.
And
So Jonas, here's an important question for you. Can you buy magnets in Festival?
Magnets.
Yes.
Magnets?
They are a thing. I found them in the Ultimate Equipment.
Let me take a look.
They don't do
They're
anything, but
naturally
they are
occurring.
magnets.
For fuck's sakes, reasons
mean-
why we couldn't get on with our session every week. SMW needed to learn about magnets.
Yes.
He's a physicist.
Uh,
What does he
Yeah, I
work on?
probably should have asked.
Of all the
Sooner,
days or of all the time you could have possibly asked him any sort of question about items to buy during downtime.
You can buy a magnet.
Okay, but I don't want to anymore.
For fuck's
Okay, then.
sakes.
I'm just kidding. Let's just get going here.
All right.